This is all the Real Madrid news that came out April 29th. Now, a lot of news came out this day, so this is part 1 out of 2. And we're starting out with this because we had a lot of news. Real Madrid's April Player of the Month nominees: Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Jude, Valverde, or Vini. Now, there is a lot of news, so pay attention. Thibaut Courtois will renew for 2 years. Real Madrid will break their 1-year renewal policy for players over 30. Real Madrid see Courtois as their best option in goal. Florentino Perez and the coaching staff believe he's a must-have, even when not fully fit. The agreement between Courtois and Real Madrid will be finalized in the coming weeks, with an announcement after La Liga ends. Courtois intends to stay until at least 2028, and Lunin is receiving offers and his agent Jorge Mendes has discussed them with Real Madrid. At the moment, the situation is being analyzed. One of the clubs that has asked the most about Lunin is Galatasaray. So far, there are no official talks. Then we got news about Rudiger, Mendy, and Alaba. Rudiger has undergone successful surgery on his left leg. He will be out for 6 to 8 weeks, like the medical report says right here. And Jacobo Ramon will take Antonio Rudiger's place. However, Rudiger will still be able to play in the Club World Cup according to Arancha. Now, if you're enjoying the video, just like the video so I know. And also follow if you want to stay updated with Real Madrid news. Now also know that Rudiger has been taking painkillers for 8 months, including for training. Now also Ceballos. According to the club, Ceballos has a minor ankle sprain, but could face Celta Vigo if the recovery goes well. But he is a doubt. Following the test, he has been diagnosed with a mild sprain in his left ankle. And Ferland Mendy injury will be known this afternoon when he undergoes tests. And while Mendy is injured, Mendy has suffered a rupture of the proximal tendon of the anterior rectum in the right quadriceps. He will be out for 2.5 months, and he will miss the Club World Cup. So the season is over for Ferland Mendy and Eduardo Camavinga. They will both miss the Club World Cup after suffering injuries. Now also David Alaba is injured, the rupture of the internal meniscus. He will undergo surgery, and the club expects him to be back for the Club World Cup. The Real Madrid's defense right now: Lucas Vázquez, Raúl Asensio, Jesus Vallejo, and Fran Garcia. And while injuries in the last week, Camavinga out for the season, Mendy out for the season, Rudiger out until Club World Cup, and David Alaba out until the Club World Cup. And while players currently injured: Carvajal, Militao, Mendy, Alaba, Rudiger, and Camavinga. Now also know we were back in training for Celta Vigo on Sunday. And well, if Tchouaméni gets a yellow card versus Celta Vigo, he will miss El Clásico in Barca. But anyways, we also found out the suspension for the Copa del Rey. If you remember correctly, 3 players got a red card during the Copa del Rey: Jude Bellingham, Rudiger, and Lucas Vázquez. And well, Jude Bellingham's red card has been removed. The Federation reviewed Jude Bellingham's red card and it showed that he did nothing wrong. And well, Rudiger is suspended for 6 games, so he will miss the last 5 remaining and the first game of next season. Now Lucas is suspended for 2 games. He will miss the first 2 games of Copa del Rey next season. Now we also received Ancelotti to Brazil news. Relevo said Ancelotti to Brazil is about to collapse. Real Madrid seem to not want Ancelotti to leave before the Club World Cup. Brazil signing is about to collapse. Real Madrid were angry that Ancelotti arrived today with the Brazilian emissaries. The deal to Brazil is in danger. Ancelotti requested Real Madrid to pay him his remaining salary from the 1 year left on his contract, but Real Madrid rejected. That's the complication and they're trying to solve it according to ESPN Brazil. And then Marca said Ancelotti has rejected Brazil. He's now studying an offer from Saudi. And like I said, Ancelotti has received an offer from an important club in Saudi Arabia, which we found out it was Al Hilal. Ancelotti has an offer from Saudi Arabia worth around 50 million net per season, and will Marca job more. Ancelotti informed Brazil that he will not leave in June, but in August. Brazil, who had everything arranged, were shocked as everything was discussed beforehand. And while Fabrizio said that Real Madrid do not want to pay an exit fee for Ancelotti, the deal is blocked by the club. Brazil will not wait for long for Real Madrid and Ancelotti to clarify the exit process. And while Globo said Florentino Perez was responsible for the collapse of Brazil-Ancelotti negotiations, Ancelotti wanted an exit fee, as Real Madrid were going to fire him a year early. When Florentino knew Ancelotti agreed a deal with Brazil, he refused to pay any compensation. Real Madrid did not like the timing of the deal. The information was coming out of the media, and Real Madrid were not informed moment by moment. And also, Brazil are really furious right now due to what's happening with Ancelotti. They were working for weeks on the deal and put their faces everywhere. And in the end, it's close to collapsing due to issues between Ancelotti and Real Madrid. And the feeling remains that Ancelotti and Real Madrid will part ways, but both sides still need to fix the exit terms. Even Diario AS said Xabi Alonso will take over. Now, according to Radio Marca, Neymar played a key role in Ancelotti's arrival to Brazil. A person close to the player was very influential in the deal. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.